Right, welcome back to Custom Tom. Swing arms painted, seats up range painted. I'm going to start putting it all back together. I've taken the discs and the rear sprocket off the wheels. Get ready to get them ready for paint. They're all in a bag, all together, labelled up correctly. So I've taken the bearings out of the front wheel because I need to change the tyre on that anyway. So I've been meaning to change the bearings, as you've seen, for a year now. Not that there's anything bad with them, wrong with them, but I might as well do stuff like that as soon as I can. You don't want to front wheel bearings to go tips up, do you really? So what I'm going to do now is cut down the swing arm, stop putting things back together just so I can get the bike secure, because it's not very secure at the moment. So let's get going, eh? Yeah. swing arm is put on, it's not tightened up. So I've got to torque this side, that side just put straight against that. As soon as it's tight, that's as far as that's going. Because I didn't remove this tassel up here. Tassel. This needs to be tightened, and all the jog bones and everything needs to be tightened and greased. Same with the swing arm, down here and up here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grease nipples on the swing arm and suspension mountings. So at least that's on. I'm going to tighten up all these dog bones and the top nut here for the suspension. Then at least I can get the paddock stand underneath it and remove that then, which would be a lot easier for me to walk around it. Right then, after a second attempt of putting this on, all because I've got to put the chain and the chain runner on. I've put this on as well, the seats up there, started pulling the wires out. I'm going to remove the jack stands now. Get these lined up. That's what we do for this. Put that under. I can remove all the jack stands, making sure that the paddock stand bobbins are seated correctly. There we go, there's one up. Put that there. I'm going to start to I'll be able to tidy up a little bit now. He says. So all I need to do is get these jack stands out of the way, like I said. There we go. What I'll do first, so wheels won't be going back on yet until they're painted. Start putting cables and everything back on where they meant to go. The CDI back on, rather, and all the electronics in here. The airbox will go back on. I'm not going to do the top yet because I want it straight. Then the fairings can start going on. Seat in the front. I won't put the nose cone on just yet because I have to put the yoke on. It'll be a lot easier to put it on without the nose cone. So that's where we are for now. Sorry if you couldn't see me, I wasn't thinking. Right, I realise I can't get the airbox on yet because I need to put the choke cable through down into there. And then I need to put the ignition barrel on, which is being masked up for painting. I'm also painting the clock, the clock holder, the headlight holder, painting all that. I'm also going to be hopefully wrapping the under tray and the belly pan. So I'm going to cover them up again. Which I'll do right now. Voila! Et voila! Now all done. There. So that's covered up. I need to paint the wheels, which I use the same paint for them anyway. Well, obviously green, but so I'm just going to sand them down a bit, and then, like I've done with everything else, make a key for them. For the paint to stick to. Now I've got the chain in. Finally, got the under tray in, the original under tray this is, but to have a aftermarket under tray you have to cut the area out there. I haven't put the battery in yet, I'll do that last. So I've got everything all plugged in that needs to be, other than the battery and the backlights, which I should do that now really. Let's have a go. And that is white plug there, the white plug here. I need some cable ties as well. And, right, so I do need some cable ties to neaten everything up. That's the fuel pump relay. It should be here. Not a spare one of these, like I say. That tucks into that bit down there. Got a little rubber mount wrapping thing for it. So yeah, all that's done. What else do I need to do now that I can do to the bike? Radiator, I put that on. Put the radiator back on now off camera. Still dangling down. Put the handleboards on, the clip-ons on. Put them on for now. Saves them dangling. Start putting the rear sets back on. Yeah, there's quite a few things I still need to put back on before the fairings, but we're getting there slowly but surely. It is a bit of a pain really, some of this stuff, but if you want to look nice, you do it right. So I'm going to do all that now. Right then, so I've decided, seeing as I'm changing this tyre, I'm only going to paint this wheel. The back wheel, when I change that tyre, I'll change the bearings along with it. At the moment I've put on some of this paint and varnish remover. It's not the best in the world, but it's getting there, it's doing some of its job. See if you can see it just bubbling away. Yeah, I've tried it with sandpaper, but it just takes ages, doesn't it? So if I get rid of most of all that, I can scrape all that off, and then all I need to do then is give it a nice quick once over with a bit of sandpaper just to make sure it's got a key. Now, I don't got to worry about getting it on the tyre or the valve cap, because obviously the valve, because I'm changing the tyre, so you change the valve with the tyre, makes sense. So for now, just letting that bubble away. It's had 2 coats on. That's doing pretty well. I'm quite surprised at it really. So pull that to one side. Mask these off. This is the clock bracket. Give that a quick sanding. And then I'll do the same with the top yoke, triple tree, whatever you want to call it. Give that a decent coat of paint. Obviously I don't have to mask where the heat clamps onto the forks just yet, because I need to sand this down and I'll just keep knocking that about, so I'll do that afterwards. Might even smooth it off as well, where all the cast marks are. Smooth them off. It might come up pretty nice. Might not even bother, you know, I do like cast marks sometimes, it makes it look more industrial and stuff like that. So I'm just going to crack on.